This race is pretty exciting. It's yumiao versus nuuu, and both of these players have 34s in this game. Yumiao has a 34-32 that she got, I think, 2 days ago. And nuuu has a 34-59 that he got about a week ago, I think. So this is definitely a pretty exciting race. Probably so far in the tournament, I would say this might be the highest level one so far. So I'm excited to see this. I haven't seen either of these players that much in race context, so I'm not sure how used they are to race, like to these sort of no reset situations. I guess we'll see how it works out. I think yumiao in her previous race got a low 36, and nuuu in his previous race got a high 35. So I think, yeah, there's potential for a good racer. Oh, nuuu hitting the E-tank. And yumiao is also skipping the E-tank. That is, it is pretty brave, I would say. Even if they are good runners, you know, in a race setting, I would typically pick up that E-tank since it's pretty much free. You barely have to waste any time. But we'll see her as they go into pump. It can be a bit scary this fight if you're so close to him and you're taking a lot of damage boost. Hoping we don't see any death. nuuu makes it. They both make it. Very nice. Right. Coming up here, we have nuuu entering the birds miniboss. One significant luck factor in this game. I would say none of them got a very good pattern. Optimally, you would like to have the second bird be on the right side as you kill it, so that you don't have to walk all the way across the room after killing both of them. Nu is entering Solar Man. You can do a few different jumps there at the beginning, and it can be a little bit tricky to react in time to what he does. Nu actually had to use an extra water shield there, so good thing he had an extra. And yeah, so far I would say very solid performance from both runners. We see here in Shield Man, Water Shield comes into play very nicely here on the ice blocks, because you need to hit these ice blocks twice in order to break them. So you can either hit them with a weapon, or you can step on them. And having the Water Shield there really speeds up those runs, because it has so many small projectiles, so very easy to get a lot of quick hits on the ice block with the Water Shield. And Chill Man. We'll see how this goes. This, if you're familiar, is a very difficult boss fight. Ooh. Nu gets frozen. You may also get frozen. Pretty good from both runners, I would say. Neither of them got a great pattern. I would say Nu got a slightly better one. This is a very tricky boss fight, because you have to cancel your weapon by switching back and forth every time you shoot the Solar Blaze, while also making sure that you dodge his attacks. So preferably you wouldn't get frozen by him during the fight, but it can be tricky sometimes. Nitro Man is a pretty straightforward stage. You have the trucks. The trucks either go with you or against you. If they go with you, you want to ride on them, because they go very fast. If they go against you, you want to destroy them. So Nu's game speed is a little bit ahead at the moment, but looking at the times, it seems like Yumiao is actually the one who is slightly ahead of Nu. By about 4 or 5 seconds, so they're still very close. And here is another luck factor, so maybe this can equalize it. Oh. Well, they both got the best pattern, so... and yumiao had a slightly better execution, so... And here is the reason for the route. Rush Jet. You get it after defeating any 4 Robot Masters. So the route is made so that you have Rush Jet for the stages where you need it the most. And then other than that, it's just weakness order. Alright, I think they're syncing up the streams now. So. Yeah, so now we see yumiao slightly ahead, but very close. Here we see why Rush Jet is so good to have in this stage. You can just ride above the sandstorm here that normally pushes you back, so you save a lot of time by doing that. And coming up here, the Commando man boss fight has a glitch to it, where when he jumps into the air, he doesn't gain any iframes when you hit him. So if it gives you a favorable pattern and you can get up close to him right as he jumps, you can mash wheel cutter on him and get a lot of hits in. I just got a little bit there on yumiao. Unfortunately, they both got really bad openers. Because if Commando Man starts with standing still and shooting the bomb, then well, he doesn't move towards you, so you won't have time to get to him before his second move. So preferably you want him to open either with a small jump or a big jump. Entering Blademan, this is where you will see all the different weapons being used a lot. It ramps up. And I wonder if we will see either of the runners go for the spike jump before the mini-boss. I think yumiao went for it last race. Maybe we'll see it again. A bit of a risk, and doesn't save that much time, but yeah, here it is. Very nice. Nuuu opted to go for the Rush Jet on this screen instead. Using Rush Jet instead of jumping above the spikes is not very much slower. Most of the time gain from doing the spike jumps is in the last screen in this stage, because you want to use Rush Jet in the last screen, and if you have full energy there, then you can just ride it all the way to the end without having to jump off in the middle. Basically, you will see her on yumiao's screen. She jumps onto Rush Jet and she will just be able to ride it all the way to the end. nuuu, on the other hand, is going to have to get off there in the middle, use Water Shield to deal with his spiders, and then jump onto Rush Jet again. So basically, because yumiao has to jump onto Rush Jet fewer times, it's a time save, because every time you jump onto Rush Jet, you have to actually wait for him to come down from the top of the screen. So it's a little bit of a time waste every time you want to jump onto Rush. Nice fight from yumiao. nuuu having a little bit of trouble. This boss has, well, you want to hit them with the explosion of the Commando bomb, and if you hit very specific pixel positions, then you can get double hit. You get a guaranteed one at the beginning of the fight, but then the other ones are just very precise. yumiao managed to get 2, and nuuu managed to get 1. We're moving into Strike Man, which is a very tough stage in my opinion. There are a lot of enemies and there is just a lot going on. And much like on Blademan, you want to use Commando Bomb here on the mini boss, and very similarly you can get double hit here. And what you actually do on these mini bosses is you do a little setup as you go into the room, and so you can actually guarantee that you get the double hit on the mini bosses there. So it only takes 2 Commando Bombs to kill them, even though you need 4 hits with the explosion, you get 2 hits per bomb. Ooh, slight mistake there from yumiao. So he doesn't have the setup here for the second keeper, because he messed up entry a little bit, but managed to salvage it and got through double hit even without the setup, so that's very nice. Slightly different strats here at the end, we can see. nuuu uses Rush Jet. Strike Man has 2 different patterns he can give you. It's pretty minor, I would say, the time difference. But nuuu got the better one, so he gained a little bit of time there on yumiao. I have to say this, I said at the beginning that I was excited to watch this because it's probably the highest level race that we had so far in the tournament, and they have been performing very well so far. I don't wanna curse them, but I did want to mention that they have been doing a very good job so far. Sheepman has these disappearing blocks that start to disappear when you step on them, and so you try to on the screens where you kind of want to fall through them, you try to time it so that they disappear right before you reach them, so that you basically try to have as high velocity as possible as they disappear. And here, as we approach the end of the stage, there's a screen with these yoku blocks, these disappearing purple blocks. And basically, at the very end of the screen here, there's a few that appear above some spikes, and basically, depending on how many blocks you see there, you can kind of gauge how well the stage went. If you don't get any blocks from your slush coil, like you saw yumiao do there, yumiao didn't get any blocks, nuuu got 1, so slightly better stage for nuuu. And Sheepman, pretty tricky boss in my opinion. You want to try to bounce these rebound strikers before you hit him with them. Very nice fight from Yumiao. That's perfect, almost. Yeah, but it's kind of tricky because, well, you can't just shoot them straight at him. The rebound strikers gain damage as they bounce. Oh no. Yeah, that's kind of the really scary thing about Sheepman. You saw on the screen there. If it goes south, then it can go really south because he likes to split into these clouds, and it can be kind of tough to hit him, as you saw on the screen there. Wily 1. So you have these archive fights where you have to fight the robot masters from past games in each one. On the first one here, you do a little manipulation, which will allow you to get Blademan first here. So you're gonna see that Blademan appears first on the Yumiao screen. Goodman second, very nice, very nice. Yeah, really solid fight from Yumiao there. The way the manipulation works is that the RNG is set to a consistent value at the beginning of each stage. So because that boss fight is just after the first screen, as long as you do the first screen without stopping at all. And also you make sure that you kill 1 or 2 enemies on the first screen. If you do that, you are guaranteed to get the Blademan first. That's very nice for the first archive fight, but for the second and third archive fights, it's pretty tricky because there's no manipulation here, so you just have to see which robot master is going to appear and react accordingly, and you have to react very quickly. So this is tough. Yeah, very nice from Yumiao. And we see nuuu coming up on it now. Yeah, very nice from nuuu as well. Yeah, and something that you see in the wireless stages is that in general, where possible, they try to use the Buster instead of using any other special weapons. And the reason for this is that the weapon energy in the wireless stages carries over between stages. And you pick up an M tank in Wily 2, which allows you to refill all of your energy. But when you use the M tank, it refills your energy 1 weapon at a time. So basically, the more weapon energy that you have used before you use the M tank, the more time you waste. And the third archive fight there, Yumiao. Oh, that was really, really good. And nuuu, that's his turn. Nice. Very nice. Right, and now Yumiao is entering Wily 2, which is the scariest stage in the game. I'm hoping we don't see anyone die here, but it is a very dangerous stage. Coming up here is the birds that appeared in Solar Man. And what you can actually do, what you saw Yumiao do there, was stop for a moment, and you can actually do a little manipulation here as well by using an audio cue as you enter the bird's room. You can try to manipulate them to get a good pattern, and Yumiao nailed it. So that's really nice. Because another thing about this stage is that you have these crushers that work on a global cycle. Oh, nice. Nu also got the perfect pattern, but I don't think he actually went for the manipulation. Or did he? I think he might have like gotten there just in time and like just went in and hit a good frame, basically. That's very good for him. But as I was talking about the crushers, they're on a global cycle, and so you want to make sure that you make through these crushers as quickly as possible. You don't want to have to stop and wait for them. And if you get a good pattern on the birds, then you can ensure that you get past those crushers very quickly. And basically, on the first crushers screen, you can kind of see where the crushers are at, and then you will know on the second crusher screen that Nu is on right now. You will know where the crushers are at, so you basically can know if it's safe to go or not. Yumiao going through the Thunderwood kill and Crab Puncher, very nice, nailed it. That is a strat that Nu came up with. It's a little bit more consistent than using Commando Bomb. Although, as we see here, Nu is actually using Commando Bomb. The reason why Thunderwood is a little bit more consistent is because it works regardless of the pattern that you get on Crab Puncher. Yeah, basically, Crab Puncher can either put his eyes back or leave them where they are. I don't really know how to explain that, but if he pulls his eyes back, then Commando Bomb doesn't work, but Thunderwood still does. So what we actually saw there was that Yumiao is going to do Kojet, maybe? Okay, didn't quite get it. But what we saw was that Yumiao went for Thunderwood on Crab Puncher and got the pattern where Crab pulls his eyes back. What we usually refer to as a bad pattern. So using Thunderwood actually paid off there, because using Commando Bomb wouldn't have worked. But for Nu opted to go for Commando Bomb, and he got a good pattern. So for him, it actually paid off to use Commando Bomb instead of Thunderwood, because if you do get the good pattern on Crab, then Commando Bomb is a little bit better. Yeah, so you kind of get a little bit of a break there in this stage, because well, you have these two elevators and you have that rush pit section in the middle. So there's a little bit of downtime there, which is nice after Wily 2. We're going to see here on Block Devil, Rebound Striker once again. Much like on Sheepman, you want to try to bounce the Rebound Strikers before they hit the boss. And so you do a really cool little setup here at the beginning, right as the boss is about to come on screen, where you throw these balls that bounce around the entire room before they hit the boss. And then, yeah, you just throw them against the wall like that. Very nice fight by Yumiao. Who is now entering the boss rush, which is another very tough stage. Let's see, nuuu, Block Devil. Yeah, very nice, very nice. So yeah, on Block Devil, if you can manage to kill him before he starts to move, that's a sign of a very good kill, and nuuu managed to get that. Yeah, and as we are entering the boss rush here, yeah, it's a tough stage because, well, the boss fights are generally not trivial to execute. They're pretty tough. Some of them are very tough. And there's also the luck element. Almost every boss here has some luck element that you either need to react to, or it's just gonna make you lose time pretty much. Let's see on pump. We don't want to see one jump here. Let's see how many we get. 2. Right, 2 jump. Nice. That's good for yumiao. And Commando, let's see if we can see the iframes glitch here. Ooh. We saw it a little bit, but yeah. Let's see pump land for nuuu. 2, 3 jump for nuuu. Alright. That's nice. Alright, Sheepman giving a slightly bad pattern for yumiao, but he managed to handle it. Very nice fight by nuuu. Alright, yumiao getting 2 double hits on Blademan, that's very nice. And going into Chillman, let's see how it goes. Hopefully we can see yumiao avoid being frozen here. Oh. Alright, yeah, no, was good. nuuu also with the 2 double hits on Blade. And yumiao getting a good nitro pattern, that's very nice. Alright, so nuuu gonna fight Chillman, hopefully it doesn't get frozen. Good opener for nuuu. Oh, right, he just played on Chillman. So they do slightly different spreads there. Basically, Solar Blaze is effective against both Chillman and Wily Machine 1. Most people who do the early M-Tank route choose to use Triple Blade on Wily Machine 1. So basically, you use the Solar Blaze you have left, and then you use Triple Blade. But nuuu opts to instead use some Solar Blaze on Chill and then Triple Blade, and then he goes all in with the Solar Blaze on Wily Machine, as you can see now. Meanwhile, while I was talking about that, yumiao made quick work of Wily Machine 2, which is a very tough fight. You have to jump and rush that, switch very quickly to Water Shield, and yeah, it is not easy. Okay, these are very good runs that both of these runners run. So, nuuu opted to use his last Water Shield on Wily Machine. So I hope he remembers his backup manipulations, because the regular manipulation here uses a Water Shield. Yeah, so there is a manipulation here, by the way. You can manipulate the final boss by doing the final stage in such a way that you reach the boss gate in a consistent amount of frames. And I think yumiao got it. Yumiao went for also a backup manipulation that doesn't use Water Shield, even though she had Water Shield, because it's a little bit easier, so it's a little bit more consistent, which is nice. So this should be a good pattern for yumiao here. Oh, I think Yumi, forgot which pattern. Oh, or maybe, okay, never mind. I think this is maybe too complicated to explain, but she wasn't ready for which pattern she was going to get ready. Anyway, that's finish for yumiao. Looked like a 3449, adjusted for Legacy Collection 2, that's a 3451. Because nuuu is not on Legacy Collection 2, so his game runs a little bit slower, so need that adjustment to make it fair for the both of them. Nuuu looked like maybe a 3510. These are these are incredibly good runs for a race setting. To get a 34 in a race is something that you typically don't see. That is, yeah, I don't know. That is, I think yumiao and nuuu both have to be very happy with that. I think nuuu may be surprised that he didn't win with that low 35 because, yeah. Very impressive display from both runners. I think that's the first 34 that we have seen in this tournament. So great job by yumiao, but low 35 by nuuu is also very, very good for a race setting. All right. Yeah. So, yeah, I said at the beginning that I was very excited to see this race. Had potential to be, or well, it was probably the highest level race we've seen so far in the tournament, and well, I'm glad that turned out to be the case. That is about as good of a display that you could ask for, really. I think it seems like both runners are passing on the interview. So I think we don't really have that much more to say, I think. Yeah, really nice race once again. Let me check what the next scheduled race is. I think the next scheduled race is Siberian Bull versus Infinite Mystery. That's in the losers bracket, I think. That's on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, that's on Friday, so it's possible that another race could be scheduled before that. I guess we'll see. Let me see if I can do the command exactly. yumiao and nuuu, both very good runners. So give them a follow if you wanna check them out. I guess this is, I don't know if this is too self-indulgent, but I think it's standard practice maybe to do that command as well. You don't have to follow me, but that's me anyway. Cool. Hope you enjoyed Mega Man 10. Hope you continue to enjoy Mega Man 10. Truly a fantastic game. And yeah, stay tuned for more of the tournament. And we'll see you later. Thank you for watching.